Hey guys, so recently my hard drive on my computer just decided to take a poop on itself and stop working. I've been working on a game for over a year and was really disheartened after losing all that data. And I figured, what better way to burn my time than to take my phone out and watch the entirety of Jack's playthrough of Life is Strange, clocking in about, 18 hours of gameplay. Despite being a game about generally heavy and depressing topics, I think it cheered me up a bit. Unfortunately triggered something deep inside me. The moment I enter a fandom, the beast pins me down and takes over control. That's right. My inner theorist. So basically I've just done a ton of digging into the game lately, and found a lot of stuff that piqued my interest. Just a disclaimer before the video, I don't think that any of my explanation should be in any case an objective truth for the game. If you're like me, the ending of the series may leave you with more questions than answers, and it's to attempt to make a story that fills in those empty holes. Don't be mad at me because you think that I'm wrong, because I most likely am. This is for entertainment purposes only. But as for those questions, I'll tell you a few that inspired me to dig deeper. In the last episode, Farewell, it is shown that Max and Chloe have a very strong connection, which confuses me, since apparently Max chooses to abandon her and stop responding to her.
Even if I never... Even if we're moving for good, we are always together, okay? Even when we're apart, we're still Max and Chloe. I will always, always love you. Goodbye.
Yeah, that. But why does she do this? We never hear anything about her time in Seattle. No new friends? Even the only evidence we have of her parents is the occasional text, but they seem so disconnected. My parents even call me sometimes when I'm just spending the night somewhere, let alone a year at a school. I'm actually heading out to college at the end of the school year. Wish me luck, boys. Back on topic, a few more questions. There's a lot of graffiti in Arcadia Bay. Everyone seems to be as crazy as Chloe is about it. However, one piece of graffiti seems to plague Chloe everywhere, even when we have no evidence of her ever drawing it. The Illuminati symbol. It's in every single one of her dreams, in the bathroom where she's shot, inside her truck, over a place that you have a chance to write a quote, which seems to have been replaced entirely. It makes sense to add a little bit of graffiti to the game, but why this one symbol, and why does it follow Chloe? So I just happened to notice in this one dream the eye actually moves, and she even notices it and comments on it. And the last set of questions is about William's death. Whenever he gets hit by a truck, we never hear about the person that was driving. We aren't even told if they died, whether they were convicted of any sort of crime, or any other outcome. Chloe would be the type of person to have a vendetta against the person that killed her father, just as angry as she was whenever Jefferson killed Rachel. However, this person is so elusive that even inside Easter eggs, he's only referred to as truck driver. Alright boys, with those questions in mind, I started to dig deep into this game's lore. There's so many Easter eggs that within every Easter egg lays another until you've reached Easter eggception. And here's the crazy conclusion that I reached. In this universe, the Illuminati is real. Not only that, but they have power over time itself. I know. I sound crazy, don't I? Perhaps sounding like a certain theorist that said sans is Ness. But just listen, because the longer I speak, the more probable it will seem. Let's start off with Max's radio silence while in Seattle, as well as her lack of any experiences while she's there. If you go into Chloe's Dream Before the Storm episode 1, and open her journal, you'll find a drawing of a girl, rope around her neck, hanging from a tree. The camera tied to her wrist, the shirt, and the butterfly in the corner all show me that this is Max Caulfield. Now you may be telling me this is all part of Chloe's dream and she just perceives Max as being dead to her, right? In which case I would say that this is not just a dream, this is something else, since this would look nothing like Max to Chloe. Keep in mind that until she left, Max always had her hair in a ponytail, but this version of Max is something that we've only seen in the first episode of Life is Strange, Max with short hair. Even her contact within her phone has Max with the old ponytail haircut. Next thing to tip me off is the text message you receive. And oh boy, some of these are just crazy, dude. For example, one of them is from Shakespeare himself. Shakespeare sent on 00000012 a.m. that says, "I'll trade your father for Rachel. She needs to be a star. My star." Oh my gosh. This game is creepy, man. In this one, Max has sent you the message,
"Don't worry, I'm going to see you real soon. When you're dead."
This would imply that Max is also dead, since I'm not really sure how else you'd only be able to see people once they died. But that also throws me off about how she claims to see Chloe real soon, as in Chloe will die real soon. I don't know about you, but she dies like 3 or 4 years later, and doesn't seem really close to me. So it seems to me that right here, Max is not only dead, but also lost in time. But how is this possible? Max appears back in Arcadia Bay for the first season. She cannot be dead. You are completely correct, my friends. Which is why the Max that leaves Arcadia Bay is not the same one that returns. And this is where I employ the help of my secret Illuminati boys to help me explain. My theory is that Max never made it to Seattle. She was instead killed with her family by the same people that killed William before she could ever make it. They did not only kill her, they also trapped Max's consciousness in a world that's lost in time. They then create a second Max, this one with the ability to rewind time, and spend the next 3 years rewinding the old Max to fill the new one with her memories before dropping her off at Arcadia Bay. And I can already hear the comments telling me about how stupid this sounds, but have no fear, I have plenty more evidence. Not only do you hear this dead version of Max, you can see her too. For example, here you can see her first text sent at 11:57, her next sent a minute earlier at 11:56, and her last text sent at 11:55, meaning she is moving backwards in time. As for hearing her, I don't know if you guys have seen this creepy Easter egg from the first game, but whenever you rewind, these weird sounds play. Play those rewind sounds in reverse and you get diluted version of quotes.
Okay, slow down.
We connect this punk on Max.
For me, the creepiest one of these lines by far is from Mr. Jefferson himself.
I see you, Max Caulfield.
Mixed in with some of these quotes, though, are some bizarre sounds. But the interesting thing is that for each of Max's lines, there are 2 different versions, the first sounding like the others,
I'm a time machine.
but the other copy being horribly corrupted.
I'm a time machine.
The second version is the original dead Max, lost forever in this timeless world. As for when you see her, you have an entire conversation with her in the 5th episode. She's sitting at a table in the diner where you make time go to pieces, waiting patiently for the Max you play as to start a conversation with her. She seems sour about you the whole time, telling you how stupid and naive you are. She tells you that you and Chloe were never really friends, that you left her when she needed you most. And she's right, that copy Max leaves Chloe to suffer on her own. And as Chloe says when she intervenes, the other Max doesn't know what you went through this week, meaning that this is a Max preceding the entire adventure.
Thought you could control everybody and everything, huh? Twist time around your fingers? Please stop playing innocent. You're a goddamn hypocrite. You've left a trail of death and suffering behind you. Stupid. I'm embarrassed to have the same name. And someday Chloe will destroy. Oh hell, speak of the devil.
Dude, do not even fuck with her head! She knows what we went through together this week, and you don't!
If you want more proof that this is the same dead Max from the journal, she is wearing the exact same deer shirt regardless of what you make your Max wear, and the same camera is strapped to her wrist. As for seeing Chloe very soon, I'm sure for her that different versions of Chloe pop up all the time, just like the one that interrupted her. Now the question you may be asking is, what's the motive? If these Illuminati time control people really did create another Max with time control powers and make Chloe's life a hell, why would they do that? Simple. Max and Chloe were just chosen randomly. They used them to create a time paradox. They made one of the subjects, Chloe, unsavable, and gave the other, Max, who was willing to save her, at the risk of breaking the laws of nature, the ability to do so. Sure enough, they succeeded, and my best guess is they wanted to destroy something in the Bay, perhaps the Prescotts. But what happens after you sacrifice the Bay or Chloe? Either way, Max has expired her usefulness. And whether you end up in that bathroom, or inside Chloe's truck,
The Eye is always watching.
So that's about where all the evidence I can gather stops, so I have no actual proof that the symbols are tied to the people that caused this to happen. I just call them the Illuminati because that's what people tend to think of whenever they think about secret societies. Anyway, if any of the proof for the stuff I have is wrong, or if I got bamboozled by any fake information online, give me a comment. If you find anything more, give me a comment as well, and I'll see you guys later, but I would heavily recommend you check out some of these Easter eggs, dude. Some of these things are insane. Let alone the pop culture references, some of this just downright creepy stuff is hidden in every corner of this game. Do you hear that, Matty Patty? That is how you do a crazy theory. Sans Ness? Can't dream without a frontal lobe? Illuminati in life is strange. Now that's where it's at, boy.